Hi, and welcome to Focused Note-Taking. Today we're going to go through the 5-step process of taking focused notes. You're going to want to begin by setting up your notes, so please copy the topic and essential question onto your paper. Please know that throughout this video you may pause at any time. The essential question is extremely important. You should understand your essential question before beginning your notes. So let's take a moment and read the essential question together. How did Noe's experiences growing up on Chicago's West Side help shape who he is today? This essential question will help you focus your notes. It's a good idea to come back and revisit your essential question as you're taking your notes to be sure that you're staying on track. As you watch the video, you will be taking notes on the right-hand side beneath where it says Notes. On the right side, you want to be sure that you are chunking your notes. What that means is that you're keeping information that belongs together right next to each other. And each time a subject changes, you'll skip a line. As you watch the video, be sure that all of your notes go on the right-hand side, and each time you write about something new, skip a line or two. Remember that you can pause the video at any time.
My mother, she would actually make under 8,000 a year. And if she reached the 8,000, she would actually be happy that she made that much. So I would literally go outside my house, put all my products there and sell them. I didn't make much. I made, what, $20 a week? But for a 8-year-old, you're a millionaire with that
That's a
kind
lot
of
of
money.
comic books and stuff, yeah.
But the thing is, I wasn't like other kids. I didn't go buy Pokemon cards. Little money I made, I gave it to my mom.
Let's pause here and check in on your notes. Are you remembering to chunk your notes and leave space between each idea? Now would be a great time to go back and revisit your essential question, being sure that your notes relate directly to that essential question. Is everything you're writing having to do with Noe's experiences growing up in Chicago's West Side and how it shaped him today? Pause here if you need more time to get your notes organized. Otherwise, you may continue watching the video.
The first time I remember she was cooking, and I came up to her and I told her, "Mom, I know you don't have money, so here's $15 I made." She turned off the stove, she turned around, started crying, and hugged me. From that point on, I just dedicated on getting money for my family.
How did you make that money?
First of all, the one thing that comes to people's mind in the bad neighborhoods is drugs, but I did not sell drugs. The reason for that is, first of all, I know it's wrong. Secondly, I picture my mom, how disappointed she'll be if she finds that out.
When taking notes, feel free to use symbols, abbreviations, and other shortcuts to make your notes more concise.
So I actually started helping in a construction site, and this was in 5th grade. It was bad on my bones. I have bad shoulders, bad knees for all the stuff I was carrying.
When you were younger, did you realize kind of like, hey, this isn't normal or this isn't what other people go through?
Well, I always knew I was poor, but remember one time in particular, my shoes were all scraped up. So I got paint, and I painted them white. Some kid fell and tripped in front of my shoes and noticed it, and he pointed it out and laughed. And that's when it hit me really hard. Like, I'm actually poorer than I thought.
How's your first semester of college been?
Things are great. I just think about it like being the first one to go to college and my whole family of over 50 of us. That's my biggest motivation.
I'm really proud of you that you went this far. And I just want to have you come back in like 10 years, dressed really sharp, and
With
like
nice
a
shoes.
suit and nice shoes, and finally have a pair of shoes that you haven't painted. And I want you to get everything you've ever wanted.
Take the time now to finish up your notes. Pause the video if you need to. Congratulations on finishing Phase 1. We're now ready for Phase 2, processing notes. You should have some notes now that look similar to this. Chunked, spaces in between ideas, markings, abbreviations, but it shouldn't look exactly like mine. For this phase, you'll need your note revision checklist. As you can see, there are many ways that you can revise your notes. For now, I'm going to choose 4 that I would like for you to use in your notes today. I would like for you to go back and circle all keywords, underline main ideas, use a question mark next to anything that seems confusing or you need more understanding about, and then finally a star or an asterisk next to anything that you find super important. Pause the video now, review your notes, and add your markings. Congratulations, you're ready for Phase 3, Connecting Thinking. Your paper now should have circles, asterisks, question marks, and underlines on it. Remember, yours shouldn't look exactly like mine. In Phase 3, we'll focus on the left-hand side of your page where it says Questions at the top. We'll go back to your notes and we're going to develop a question for each chunk of notes. For example, take a look at my first chunk. 2011, Alex interviewed former student Noe. What question could I ask where the notes would be the answer? How about who is speaking in the video or who is being interviewed? Not only are you going to be adding questions on the left-hand side, but you will also be adding your own thinking to your notes. Notice what I've added in red to the right-hand side. As I viewed the video, I found myself being confused at who was talking, which was this teacher and which was the student. So I added some clarification for my notes. Let's take a look at this second note. Mom under $8,000 per year. What question could I ask where that chunk of notes is the answer? How about something like, was Noe rich, or did Noe's mom make very much money? Remember, you're looking for a question that matches the note directly to the right-hand side. Now is also a time to add any additional thinking or thoughts or questions that you have about that note. For example, is $800,000 a lot of money per year? Does that make him rich? Does it make him poor? If you have a question about that, jot it down in your notes. There may be times where multiple chunks of notes could relate to one question. Take this example here. How did Noe help his mom? Is a question I created for these 3 chunks of notes. When it talked about him selling products for $20 a week and giving his mom money and how she was grateful, I thought those all related and could be chunked into one question. It's okay to create one question if there are multiple notes that match it. Notice how I've also added my own thinking in red. Be sure you do the same before moving on. Pause the video now to finish up this phase of the focused note-taking process. Add questions to the left and your own thinking to the right. Congratulations and welcome to Phase 4 of the focused note-taking process, summarizing and reflecting on learning. In this phase, you're going to think about the notes as a whole. You're going to pull together the most important parts of your notes and create a summary that captures the meaning and importance of the content and reflects on how the learning helps you meet the note-taking objective. So in order to understand the note-taking objective, we got to go back to that essential question at the top. As we write our summary at the bottom of your page, we will be addressing this question. How did Noe's experiences growing up on Chicago's West Side help shape who he is today? Let's take a look back over our notes and try and think about that essential question. Noe today is a college student, but what things led him to become that college student? Take a few minutes to think about how his life experiences as a child growing up on Chicago's West Side impacted him and shaped him into the college man that he is today. After you've allowed some time to think, you're ready to begin your summary at the bottom of your page. Let's begin by restating the essential question in the form of a statement. Let's do the first sentence together. Noe's experiences growing up on Chicago's West Side helped shape him into the college man that he is today. Now that you have a topic sentence for your summary paragraph, you are ready to go back into your notes and support it. What evidence do you have from your notes to prove his life experiences on Chicago's West Side led him to the college man that he is today? Finish up the summary at the bottom of your page before moving on. Congratulations on making it to Phase 5, Applying Learning. Phase 5, you use your notes. You will save and revisit your notes as a resource or learning tool to help you apply or demonstrate what you have learned. So we are done writing on your Cornell note paper. If you were in a regular content class, you would then go on to apply your notes in one of these ways.